Hey, welcome to episode 214. 214 of Wise Advice coming right up. Welcome to all of you. Looks like we'll check in first on Instagram. Good evening to you on Instagram. Good evening, Facebook and YouTube. Good evening to you. Chris, checking in first. Hey, you know what? I apologize to you, man. 2 days ago, and I'll text it to you after this. 2 days ago, I was heading into work in the morning, and the first car I saw on the highway was a California car, and license plate ended in 23. I snapped a picture of it and then meant to text it to you and just check in on you. But we get busy. But truly was thinking of you the other day, man, and I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, how are you? Hope all is well. True story. But cool. Thanks for being here. Let's see who else is checking in. Very, very cool. Lacey's checking in first. Anna's here from Tallahassee. Bev checking in from Arizona. Marcia is here. Facebook takes so long to get started, she says. I got it. We got Bev from Arizona. I said that. Heather from Ontario. Woohoo! International right out of the gate. Last night we had Spain visiting. Oklahoma's in on YouTube. So, night before, last night was Brazil. Last night we had someone from Brazil watching. The night before it was Spain. And of course, Ontario is always well represented. Very fun. I got my Mickey Mouse shirt on tonight. Little creative juice pulling off of Walt's creative energy. That's the game plan. Let's see. Susan's here from California. Good evening to you. Rockford, Illinois. Coletta checks in. Good evening. Karen says hi. Dee says made it. Cheryl is here. She's on the show tonight. Marcia is also on this episode. So it's going to be, I tell you, this episode is going to be, I hate to be this guy. I hate to be the dun 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 dun. This episode will rock. I promise you. Get tissues now. Take a break and go get them. You're going to need them. 100% guaranteed. If not, you feel free to unwatch all of it. Lee's here. Woohoo! Glenda from Salt Lake City. Chris, loving the Mickey shirt. Yeah, me too. Dina says, got my magnets today. Thanks. Yeah, so I mailed them out. Real simple. No frills. Put them in an envelope. Got them shipped out. So hope that was okay. Thanks for letting me know you got them. I contemplated, including a nice little note, whatever. And then, to be honest with you, I was like, yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. So I'm glad that you said here so I can give you a personal note and say thank you. Very fun. Jamie from Arkansas is checking in. Lisa's here. Lisa, we beat out Jeopardy 2 nights in a row. Alex Trebek would be, he's devastated. Poor Alex. Let's see. What is awesome? Yes, this is awesome. Lee, thanks for being here, man. Always good to hang out with you for sure. Lisa says, I made Lifetime today. Awesome. How's it feel? Come on, tell us how it feels. Those of us who've hit Lifetime, we get it. Tell us. Lisa, tell us how awesome it feels. Tell us what's different. It's it's incredible. Congratulations. Very, 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 very proud of you. Lori says, hi, Mike from Southern Indiana. Kentucky, Donna's here. Saying hello. Minneapolis, LaDonna is here the day after her birthday. Southern portion of Central Indiana, Chris is checking in. Good evening, sir. Pamela from Colorado Springs is here saying hi to Glenda as well. Amy checking in from Connecticut. Northern suburbs of Chicago, Ellen checks in. Snell, Ginger, and Steve checks in over on YouTube. Good evening to you. Had trouble with Facebook, says Allie. Moved over here. So yeah, Facebook. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram and YouTube. So you may want to check YouTube as well. Totally up to you, but that is an option. Lacey said, Ohio, how far will you get tonight? I don't know. Kathy from Syracuse, packing for Philadelphia. Kathy, you going to Philly? Yep. I leave in the morning on my way to Philadelphia. Yeah, had to reschedule some things. If you guys are following along, you know that coming up is Mondag. Mondag is the day that I plan my future. Because of this Philly trip, I actually have to go into work on Mondag. So I will be working my regular job, but it gives me Friday off. So Friday gives me the day to go travel to Philly and see all of you awesome people in Philadelphia tomorrow or Saturday morning, which would be kind of fun. So cool, Kathy. Can't wait to see you for sure. Hopefully you have your international tour shirt. So it makes it so easy to recognize everybody if you wear the blue shirt. It was never my intent to do that, but it makes perfect sense. We get there and we see everybody, so it's kind of fun. I will be probably 15 minutes south of the start line tomorrow-ish. If you got the email saying I'm going to be there, my phone number's in there. Text me. Maybe we'll do dinner tomorrow night. Completely randomly saying that out loud to tens of millions of people. Yeah, Chris Bain is no, Chris. It was Brazil. I made sure to ask. Kathy's checking in from Southern California. Glad to be here. Missed so many live podcasts. Don't do that. That's not how this works. Melissa says, hi, going for a walk with you tonight. Very fun. Thanks for taking me. Always appreciate that. Katie from Washington, good evening to you. Lisa says, loving the Mickey vibe. No better place to get your steps in than Disney. I know a couple people who actually disagree with that, but I know the sentiment. Diane, good evening to you. Karen says, love Disney. I think that's a common theme. Patricia checking in from Bloomington, checking in from Southern California is Melody. Diane is here out of Maryland. Rochelle says, cute. So I bought this shirt Disney because it was like one of those, look, Instagram will like this best because you can, the camera. Do it for YouTube here. Hang on. We'll do it for YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So anyway, a little fun. Lori says, I realized I'm 7 pounds from goal. Thought it was 17, but I was wrong. I can do this. Yeah, you can do this. Sharks Girl checking in on Instagram from California. Good evening to you. Very, very, very fun. Dee, you should, Donna, you should have yours as well. Christy says, love the shirt. Thank you. Suzanne from Ontario. Woohoo! International still. Maria says, thank you for your sticker and your letter. You're very welcome. Thank you for supporting the podcast. That's what makes this trip, this trip tomorrow to Philly, you guys are taking care of the finances for that. So thank you for that, truly. It's one of those, when I set out most of these trips, I tried to plan around work. Philly was just not one that I could get someone else to cover the cost for. So those of you who've extended your a small token of your appreciation as well is what continues to help let me build on the international tour. So truly, Maria, thank you for supporting everything that we do here. It really, really means a lot. And I get it. Trust me, I absolutely get it. $1 a month isn't just you don't just say that flippantly. It's a legitimate commitment, and I truly appreciate that. And so I know that there are no shortage of places on this planet to give money, and you choosing to do that here truly means a lot. So appreciate it. Thank you. Heather checking in from Philly. Will we see you tomorrow and Saturday, Heather? Hopefully we will. Sharks Girl says, I will see you in San Francisco in November. We will certainly be there in November. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Man, I can't wait. Can't wait for all this. So we have Philadelphia coming up, Indianapolis, DC, and then November 10th, we end the international tour on November 10th in San Francisco. Lee says, magnets, ? Yep, a couple left. I ordered, remember a couple shows ago, I said I ordered a bunch. I ordered like 10 of each. That was it. I had really no intention of reordering them. I just wanted to see what they look like. They have these. So I did like this thingy. And then I did like this. And then over here for these guys. So yeah, I put them on. They're on fatdag.com. You got to go to the international tour link to find them. Truly just a couple. But maybe, if there's a strong demand, I can reorder them, but I don't really want to. But, we'll see. Marcia's over here on Facebook. Good evening. Very fun, very fun. Melody says currently boiling some eggs, as always. Good job. Way to be a good Weight Watcher. So, yeah, Lisa says, this is great. So Lisa made Lifetime today. She says, absolutely amazing. It's a relief, and I feel super accomplished. You should feel super accomplished. Very nice. Let's see, Vida Bazo from Long Island. Hopefully I got that right. Lee is here from Maine. Cleveland, Lynn's checking in. Let's see, Kansas City, Missouri, Manya. How do you, so you guys are chatting back and forth about Cleveland. Got it. Let's see, happy Almost Friday. I can't wait for Almost Friday. Eva is here. Good evening to you. Kathy's leaving in the morning. Very nice. Jamie says, drank 1 liter of water and 2 liters of tea today. You're going to be up all night. Yeah, trust me, I get that. Totally get that. Katie says, hi, tribe. So everyone say hi to Katie. Bev did. Thank you. Let's see. Cool. Kathy says, we'll wear your shirt. I'll wear mine as well. Let's see. Scrolling through. Atlanta. Robin checks in. We'll be in Atlanta in February. That's the plan. San Jose, California. Nicole's checking in. Very nice. Chris says, I have not yet ordered my shirt for the Indie Ultimate. So here's the deal with those. I really am trying to not order more of those things. So if you want one, you got to go do this. I mean, I'm out of small and medium, so I'm going to have to place an order for small and medium because I know a couple people who want them. But once this is it, you know, I don't want to end up in November with a closet full of shirts that have the year 2018 on them. So you've got to let me know. Debbie, walking the dog, good evening. Western Pennsylvania. Patricia's here. Robin says, where's the water bottle? Right here. It's ready. It's primed. It's ready. We're just not there yet. We're scrolling through the list saying hi to everybody. West Hotwood, Christy's checking in. Karen checking in from Long Island. Very nice. Spaghetti squash is what Nicole's making. Yum. No, I'm kidding. Jamie says, hope one day to make it to Disney. You've never been. Kelly is checking in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Hope all is well. Have not talked to you guys in forever. I know you've been busy. I've been super busy. Our paths just don't connect like they used to anymore. But always here for you and for all of us. So keep up the amazing work, dude. Hope all is going well with you for sure. Looks like it is. I catch you every once in a while. I catch a post of yours that pops into my feed. So it looks like you're doing really well. So continue to rock it. You're doing great work, brother. Lacey says, I always listen to your podcast. I'm like 7 behind trying to catch up. Yep, catch up. You can do this. Carolyn checking in from Noblesville. Rachel down 70 pounds. Very nice. Colette from Long Island. So Maria says, Christy, let's go to New York City. So here's the deal. New York City coming right up as well. September 5th, 5th and 6th, I will be in New York City. There's no planned event. Here's the deal. I'm flying in to do a television show. They're flying me in, so I'm on their schedule. They're booking the hotel for me, so I'm at their hotel. If I can get an early enough flight on the 5th, I will be free for a dinner-ish on the 5th. Saturday, we're going to be the 6th will be taping. And I have no idea how long we'll be taping. I have no idea if you're allowed in the studio. I have none of that information yet. So if you're thinking of New York City, the best potential, keyword potential, best potential option would be on the evening of the 5th, if my flight gets in on time. And then so that's totally up to you. And I'm not at all from the area, so I don't even have a clue. Hopefully the hotel I have has a hotel bar. Maybe we'll just meet up at the hotel and just kind of hang out. So don't make a special trip to New York City unless you truly want to, but that's all it is. There's no 5K, there's no race, there's no run, there's no meeting, there's no meetup. It really is just hanging out in the hotel room, giving high fives out everywhere if you show up. So that's the deal with New York. If you're interested, shoot me an email with New York in the subject line, and I will try to update you as those plans become firm. But I'm thinking best case scenario, it's an evening on the 5th, and then maybe if taping gets done early enough, there'll be something on the evening of the 6th as well, but then I have to hit the road early on the 7th, and then back here for the Indie Ultimate on the 8th and 9th. So, whew. May, thank you for May says, love the Mickey shirt. Me too. It's one of my favorite shirts. You can't tell on camera, which is nice, but I washed it, or sorry, my wife washed it with a red shirt, and so there's a little red bleeding in, but I don't care. I like it anyways. Let's see. Chris is heading to bed. Got it for sure. Donna says it's with a sad heart that I can't be there. Planning on having my shirt, but my daughter has been going through some medical issues that you need to be here for her. 100% agree. Completely agree. We'll meet again. It absolutely will happen. I promise you that. Anna made it back here. Woohoo! Having trouble with Facebook. Well, I'm glad you're back. Lee says November 10th. I'm trying to be there. I'll do my best because it must happen. It will happen, Lee. Maria placed an order, bought the heart. Cool, thank you. I will check that this weekend, honestly. Or no, actually, yeah, I'll try on Sunday. That's what I'll do. I'll get it all. So it should go out Monday for you. Very fun. No, Lee, stickers and magnets are completely different. You got the sticker, so that's good. Magnets are completely different. And they're on the fatdag.com on the international tour. Same place you buy the shirt from. So, Smoky Winnipeg, Dan's checking in. Good evening, sir. Let's see. I'm going to scroll around for a little bit. Looks like, again, I told you, if you haven't already, go grab some tissues. You're going to need them. I think, I think I'm not even heeding my own advice. I probably should get some as well. Reading the email and having my thoughts already formalized in my head got me choked up a little bit already. Evelyn, checking in. Woohoo! Good to see you. I know I see you online every once in a while, but I've never seen you here. So that's very cool. Welcome to the Thursday night edition to the meeting. Hope all is well, and you know what I mean by that. Hope everything continues to be in your favor, and my heart goes out for you and your entire family. So hope all that is well, and we'll see you shortly. Nora says South Carolina is represented. Very nice. Bev says Dagsters. Love it. Katie says if you reorder smalls and mediums, I'd buy. Okay, then now I have to reorder smalls and mediums. I do. So look for that at the end of this weekend. Maybe I'll put one last post on Facebook. I'm really just trying to phase them out. So we'll see. Denise says down, back for 2 weeks, down 6.4. Awesome. South Dakota, Lil is checking in. Catherine says, hi, Fadag. Sorry I cannot make your Philly stop on Saturday. I'm in the suburbs of Philly. Saw that your trip is an hour away from me, but had previous commitments for the day. Maybe next year for sure. Yep, I get it. This was not a planned trip. Philadelphia was tough. I couldn't find a 5K in Philadelphia proper, so I'm not sure what the deal was with that. So we found this one. The two options were not come or find one that was Philly-ish. So this is a Philly-ish stop rather than not coming at all. So I get it. I'm driving the whole way, so I understand an hour is too far. Kidding. Lynn says my weight loss has turtles. Got it. Let's see. Scrolling through. Becky checking in from Colorado Springs. Very nice. All right, let's see if I can. I'm going to skip a few here. Mom's checking in from Florida. Good evening, Mom. How are you? Let's see. Very good. Nora says audio trouble driving me crazy. And I'm sorry. I wish I could fix it. I don't know how to fix it. So sorry. Watch the replay. So Patty says hello from Michigan. Love the podcast. Thank you. See, Lene says thanks from Fort Worth for the sticker. You're welcome. Returning the youngest to college. Woo! Very fun. Lee says close Facebook and reopen it. It may fix the audio issue. Try Instagram or YouTube are the other two options. So Kathy is driving 5+ hours. Woohoo! Very fun. Veronica, I was waiting for you. Now I'm ready for bed. Hello from New York. Very cool. So yeah. So someone's just texting me. I don't know who it is. So cool. All right, here's the deal. Let's get episode 214 of the books. Let's get a sound check in. Grab your tissues, grab your water. Let's do this, shall we? Evelyn says, just took her oldest son to college. Mic check. Testing. 1, 2. Woohoo! I like it when the audio just works. All right, we're recording there, so that's good. Let's see, what did I miss over here? Water bottle says Robin. Yep. Are you guys ready? Cheers for some water. Let's get this done. Cheers. Cheers. Ooh, that was a good one. Cheers. Wheaton, Illinois, checking in. I've been to Wheaton. I've been to that meeting one time. And water. Yeah, so very cool. All right, episode 214 is coming up. I think we're ready. I think we are. Yep. Are you ready for this? 214? Debbie says, wow. What's that for, Debbie? That's a lot of water, right? Cool. Here we go. 214. All right, let's do this. So if you're watching right now, Cheryl is online with us. I know that. Marcia is online with us. They're both included in this show. I haven't seen Christy. Christy, were you here from West Hartford, right? We did see that. So looks like all three of you are here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, Dina says, ready, Kleenex in hand. Yeah, you're going to need them, I promise you. I really do. One last breath. Get it done. Yep, there you are, Chrissy. Woohoo! Are you ready? Here we go. I had to make sure we were recording. Lacey says, what's the best way to email you to be on the show? The best way is email at onair at fatdag.com. Anything that comes to there by my own rules and definitions is subject to be aired. That's why I use the term on air at fatdag.com. So shoot me an email on air at fatdag.com. You could go into your app on the FatDag app, and you can send an email directly from there as well. But on air at fatdag.com is easily the one that comes right into my inbox the quickest. So hope that helps. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. As you know, I mean, we'll say it during the show, but this show, I mean, you guys get that this show is 100% you. You know, if there's no email in my inbox, there will not be a show. I promise you, that's just how it is. I have nothing to talk about unless I can have the opportunity to share your story. That's the only reason I want to do the show, is to share your story, because your story is what changes other people's lives. So cool. Let's get this done. Let's do this. Oh, right. I said, yeah, we have some new people, I think. Donna, woo-hoo, there we go. That's from Carrie. Very fun. If you're new, the bell is for you. There's a couple of you out there. I missed the names and I apologize. Cool. I'm ready. I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at WhysAdvice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 214 of Wise Advice. Continue to climb up the charts here. Always an honor to hang out with you. Yeah, live on Facebook. Thank you all for being here. Had a comment on last night's show, episode 213, talked a little bit about freestyle and then a lot about simply filling, which are different ways to work your Weight Watcher plan if you're following that program. And Bobby asked me something along the lines of, Mike, some of us don't have a shutoff valve, so freestyle becomes difficult because we don't know when we are full. I get that, and so I understand that concept. I think in some ways I have that same issue. I just like to eat until it's gone, and so I have to understand that I can't do that. So what I kind of do is I take smaller portions when I'm truly locked in. I take smaller portions, and when I'm out, I'm out. So if you're one of those folks, I guess just best thing I can offer is if you're one of those folks that don't have that shutoff valve internally, you have to kind of do a trial and error. There's nothing wrong with experimenting on this program. I think Steve would agree with me on that. But one of the things I want you to do is we know. Let's just use chicken as an example. Freestyle says chicken is 0 points. It doesn't mean it's 0 calories. It doesn't mean it's unlimited. What it means is we are encouraging you to want to go in that direction and choose that as a healthy plan. So what we have to understand is if you're following the plan properly, and we say chicken is 0 points, and you have a grilled chicken for dinner, and then you believe you're still hungry, and you have a second one, and for some reason you say you want a third one, and let's just even go extreme here. Let's say you have a fourth one. If you do that every single night, and then you weigh in at the end of the week, and you're not happy with those results, then 4 is too many. You back it down. You follow that for the next week, and then if you like the results, you keep going. If not, you make modifications. Now, so somewhere between 1 and 75 chicken breast is too much. It's up to you to follow the plan and work the plan to figure out where between the spectrum of 1 and 75 works for you. I think generally speaking, 1 or 2 servings is what you're after when it comes to 0 point foods. And as long as you understand that and you pre-portion it and you measure it out as 1 serving or 2 serving, you're going to be okay. It's when you start grabbing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 servings, you have to start wondering, okay, am I doing things that are not exactly going to help me reach my goal or not? So it's definitely a challenge. It's a trial and error. And what we want you to do is continue to just is check in weekly. If you check in weekly and you're happy with the results you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not happy with the results you're getting, and then at that point you have to mix something up, shake it up, and do it. So hopefully that answers your question, Bobby, over on YouTube. Thanks for checking in over there, and truly an honor again to walk this journey with you, folks. If you don't already get the app out of the App Store. Go to the Wise Advice in your App Store. Go search for Wise Advice with Fat Dag. Download the app. That's the best way to hear the show. You can email in the show directly from there, or certainly you can shoot an email on air at fatdag.com and get an email to the show that way. Christy did just that out of West Hartford. She said, "Hi, Mike. Hi, Fat Dag. I've been listening to your podcast for a few months now, and I'm always inspired by everyone's success and their accomplishments. I've been a member for over 2 years, and I've lost and gained the same 3 pounds for 2 years. I would like to lose 40 pounds. I go to meetings every week. I will have a good week, and then I sabotage myself the next. Some of it's my own fault, and I should not keep the trigger foods in the house. I try to track as much as I can, but that sometimes gets forgotten. I've signed up to be on a relay marathon team in October, but I'm slacking on training and I don't want to let my coworkers down. I'm a single mom of 3 beautiful girls, and I want to be a good example. The stress of trying to be a good mom, dealing with a difficult ex, and working a full-time job have made my journey difficult. I know I need to put myself first, but my mother's guilt will usually step in. I was wondering how you find the time for yourself while you're working, planning podcast, and being a Weight Watchers leader. Thank you for your service and your commitment to the podcast." Chrissy out of West Hartford. Chrissy, let's talk about this for a second. You understand what needs to get done. You clearly outlined it. You have to put yourself first. That is the answer. You have to understand that putting yourself first actually is the best way to take care of your entire family. If you put yourself first, there is more of you later down the road, longer into life, to continue to take care of, mentor, and help other people. So thanks for listening. If you've been following this for two years now with the same gain of loss of every 2 or 3 pounds, what you need to understand is that self-sabotage. What you're doing for that good week is all the right steps. There is a chance that and maybe I'm just going to project here from my brain, but if you're going too extreme on the good weeks, and then that's setting you up for failure in the bad weeks, I would back it down just a little bit. And so you don't have to be perfect on this plan. I've asked every single person in my meeting when they either hit a milestone, or when they hit lifetime, or when they hit goal. One of the questions I asked them, I did it tonight at my Weight Watchers meeting. I said to someone, got an amazing success, and I said, so real quick, were you perfect on this plan? And they said no. Okay. And then I asked it, did you do anything during this journey so far that you don't feel like you could ever repeat again? And generally the answer is no. So what we know from watching successful people in this program is that they didn't do anything that they didn't feel like they couldn't repeat, and they weren't perfect the entire time. That gives you a lot of freedom to experiment. You're going to have times on the scale where the scale is going to be up. You're going to have times on the scale when the scale is going to be down. If you're trying so hard to do this so quickly and so just, boom, knock it out, it's not going to work, because you're working too hard and you're changing your life way too drastically, and then you're uncomfortable in that, and all the things you're trying to balance and juggle get in the way, and you quickly revert back into the old habits. What you have to do is take small steps on this journey. Find one thing that you can do well and just do that well. Not perfect. I didn't say perfect. I said just do it well. And well is like an 80% solution, 85% solution. That's well. You do something 85% of the way, you did it very well. That's what we're after in here. Now, certainly there are variations of that. Some people, are much better. Their definition of well is probably 90%, right? Well is not necessarily 100%, so I'm not asking you to get there. Your journey resonates a lot with previous journeys of mine, and here's the good news for you. There have been multiple years in a row where my bank account was auto-debited to be an online-only member. And during those multiple years, the only reason I'm not going to give a date is because I just don't know. I don't want someone calling me on it to be wrong, but I'm going to go out and say there for 5 years in a row, auto-debited from my account was an online-only membership that I never, ever opened the app for. Yeah, so I get this journey. And every month I would see that auto-debit, it would say, okay, I need to do this. And I didn't even open the app for multiple years. So I get that. I have paid for marathons, half marathons that I never showed up for. I kept thinking like, okay, if I pay for this, that'll encourage me to start working out more and I'll go do it. Well, no, I didn't do that for me. So simply paying for it is not motivation enough to do it. If you Googled me and you look for some of the races, there are races out there that I have times associated with because I gave my bib to someone else because I was too out of shape to run it. I don't know if that's breaking any race rules. So if you find me, it's me, I promise. But the point of all this is you have to sit down and do this. And what I want you to do, Chrissy, is I want you to listen to the next 2 emails in this show, because they're powerful and they're going to help you more than I can really put into words. But you have to really say, you can do this. You can be healthy. The things that you do, you're doing for a health benefit. It's like, when you ask me, how do I find time for this? And I got to the point where I actually had to make the time. You've heard the cliche from Zig Ziglar, right? Is that not a cliche, but we all get the same 24 hours in the day, and I believe firmly that you should sleep for many of them as well. But, So planning podcasts, being a Weight Watcher leader. I'm active duty Air Force. I manage a charity full time. I'm the president of the foundation here in Indiana. And so, yeah, I have a ton of things on my plate. I have a high school daughter. I have a wife who's a school teacher. We are absolutely busy. There's no question about it. So this is important to me. There are things that I am not doing well in my life. This is not one of them because I've made this the priority. I made the time because you guys are important to me. And I'm important to myself. And what I understand is that in order to convince you that this journey is doable, I have to share stories from multiple people. I've told you more than once that my journey, as great as it is, as amazing as it is, as happy as I am, as proud as I am of what I've done, it does not resonate with everybody. There are some people who hear my story and go, yeah, that's not me, I can't do this. And then so that's why this show exists, is so that every single person has a chance to write in their story and we can inspire other people who have different stories than mine. That's why I feel this is important, because I want every single one of us to be able to hit whatever goals they are, but you have to find the time. You're not going to find, let me back up. You don't have to find the time. You have to make the time. The time is just not going to show up. You're not going to come home from work one day and all of a sudden they'll say, hey, you know what? You get an extra 4 hours tonight. Why don't you go be an excellent Weight Watcher? Alexa, turn on Showtime. We'll have to edit that part out. You have to find time to be an excellent Weight Watcher. And you have to make the time to do that. And when you make the time, that becomes your priority. So what I want you to do every single morning is I want you to wake up in the morning and I want you to plan out when you are going to take care of you. Write it out every morning. At what point are you going to take care of you and get this done? So Chrissy, stay tuned for the next couple emails. You're really going to like them. I promise you that, and we'll keep on rolling. Joining us live on Facebook, Cheryl writes in and she says, hey, dear Mike, after listening to you say countless times to write down my why, I finally sat down this morning to write out some of my thoughts on my weight loss journey thus far. I started with, why did I walk into the meeting room that first time? This is what poured out of me. It's my why and some other stuff. I was sick and tired of being overweight. I was sore all over, particularly my knees, my shoulder, my hips, and my feet. I wasn't able to sit on the ground and get back up easily. I was uncomfortable in my clothes, and I looked much older than my years. I couldn't keep up with my family when we went hiking and biking like I would have liked to. I was beginning to settle into my fat, old person persona. I wasn't taking risks or wearing bathing suits or fashionable clothes. Food was not a joy to me. Overeating food was something I used to smother my feelings. It allowed me to avoid facing uncomfortable, painful feelings and truths about my life. I could sit and eat and bury my head, denying myself my full potential. Once I decided to make a change, to join Weight Watchers and to get healthy, I began to take back control of my life. My confidence grew. I remember taking my first steps, literally my first steps towards climbing out of the hole I had dug for myself. At 220 pounds in December 2016, I knew that if I could do anything, I could walk. Just walk. Put one foot in front of the other and move my body towards a healthier me. So I did. I walked out my front door and I walked. This was the beginning of the fitness part of the journey. I have always been pretty active, particularly for someone of my weight, but my decision to just walk was my commitment to myself to be better and healthier. I joined Weight Watchers May 2017 at 208 pounds. I remember sitting at my desk in my office and talking on the phone with my mom. She told me she had joined Weight Watchers and lost 25 pounds so far. When I got off the phone, I went right to my computer and I signed up for Weight Watchers. I don't clearly recall walking to my first meeting. There was nothing remarkable about that particular day. It was just another start date on Weight Watchers. I'd been there before. I wasn't super hopeful that this was the beginning of some fabulous, life-changing journey. But it was. Over the past 15 months, I have weighed in pretty much every week, even when traveling for work and for pleasure. I've attended a whole lot of meetings. I've been through all of the seasons of the year, the holidays, the fall, the winter, the spring, summer, birthdays, etc. And I'm coming around to my second year on Weight Watchers, going through all of the seasons again that make up a very blessed life. I have lost and gained and lost and gained. I have inspired friends and coworkers to begin their own journeys. I have experienced twinges of guilt as friends earnestly congratulate me on looking great, with a look in their eyes of disappointment and regret in regard to their own weight loss journey. I have listened to folks say, "You don't look like you eat anymore," and "You are inspiring, but not inspiring enough to motivate me to try Weight Watchers because I like to eat and I'm too busy." I've had people in my life that I never really connected with become connected and inspired by me. I've been able to share some learned wisdom with them, and that shared wisdom has brought us closer together and created new friendships for me that I never thought would happen. I've had people in my life who I admire for their great strength of character and lives well lived in the service of others compliment me on my focus and dedication to becoming fit and healthy. This praise from these people means more to me than I could ever have imagined. This praise is true praise for something that I did, and I feel stronger and more worthy for having been recognized by them. I have learned things about myself throughout this journey that I never could have imagined. I am strong. I am in control. I am a leader. I am the prize. I will never go back to where I was in December of 2016. I am not that person anymore. I am truly blessed beyond measure. That's it. That's what poured out of me this morning, and I'm sharing it as is. A little footnote, I'm in the healthy weight range for my age and my height, but I'm not at my personal goal weight yet. I'm waiting to hit that sweet spot when I know that I am the weight that I want to be forever. This is where I will call goal and move to maintenance and then to lifetime. I know I will get there. Thank you for taking the time to read this. I know it's long, but feel free to share any or none of this. I appreciate you. Kind regards, Cheryl. Cheryl, keep this email for life. What an amazing job you did pouring your heart out. It's therapeutic, isn't it? You know, when you really sit down and say, I want to write this out, sometimes you just start writing and you just, as we start writing it, it feels like rambling, but when you read it, it's incredibly powerful. And I hope you keep this email for a very, very, very long time. And so walking in that very first time, being sick and tired of being overweight is generally the feeling many of us have when we start this journey. You know, we walk in and whether we walk into the meeting, whether we make the decision to do this, it generally starts with, I'm sick and tired of being overweight. You have to capture that emotion, which sounds like what you've done here. And you have that to always refer back to, because restarting is not something that we want to do. I think the most powerful point in your email, and it probably, I may say that twice because there's a couple, but one of them is that you said, once I decided to make the change to join Weight Watchers and get healthy, I began to take back control of my life. I want to harp on that for just a second, because many of you are probably listening right now and you're hearing what she said was she decided to make a change and join Weight Watchers and get healthy, and then began to take control back of her life. The key piece to that sentence is not the decision. Let me repeat that. The key point to that sentence is not the decision, it's the action that followed the decision. And so one of my favorite books, I've mentioned this more than once on multiple social channels, Andy Andrews writes a great book called The Noticer. It's my all-time life-changing favorite book. It comes with the Fat Dad guarantee. And what I mean by that is, if you buy the book and you hate the book, send it to me. I'll buy it from you because I'll give it to someone who will enjoy it. I promise you that. It's that awesome of a book. Everybody I've recommended it to who's read it from cover to cover loved every chapter in the entire book. Donna on Facebook tells me right now that it's the best book ever. But In that book, Andy Andrews does a great job of talking about the decision, and I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, and Andy, forgive me if I butcher it, but the gist is, if you walk up and there are three birds sitting on a wire, and one of them decides to take off, how many birds are left? Now, if you think about that, what we know about this is, and I want you to think about that and then give me an answer before I continue on, but there are three birds sitting on a wire. One of them decides to take off. How many are left? Most of you are going to say none. Most of you will say two, right? Because you think, well, one decides to fly away, so therefore, there are two left. And then you're like, Fat Dag and Andy, they're trying to trick me. If one decides to fly away, usually they fly together, so all three are going to be gone. So that leaves no birds left. The reality is, if one bird decides to fly away, there are still three birds left on the wire. The simple fact is, making the decision alone has no impact. Zero. What you have to do is you have to stand up, flap your wings, and take the action to fly away. That's the only way to have progress. So making the decision to join Weight Watchers, making the decision to change your life, making the decision to get healthy is great. But what you have to do is take the very next step and take the action to take back control of your life. So the sentence you wrote, Cheryl, you wrote is, once I decided to make a change to join Weight Watchers and get healthy, I began to take back control of my life. That is the game changer, and I'm extremely proud of you for beginning to completely change your life. And great job. You've used so many other key sentences in here. Over the past 15 months, you weighed in pretty much every week. That's commitment. You talk about, that your commitment was to yourself to be happier and healthier. You did that. Every week you went to a meeting, whether you were traveling for work or for pleasure. You've been through multiple years on this journey. There is nothing that you have done that I don't think you can repeat at this point. I do want to commend you, and you're probably going to get me on a little bit of a tangent here, and I apologize. I'm so mad right now at the fitness industry. In a sense, and hear me out on this, because obviously the fitness industry is great. There's no question about it. But generally speaking, your confidence grew when you took your first step, your literal first steps out the door, and you simply went for a walk. Now, what happens to many of us is we overlook that step. We overlook the simplicity of just going for a walk, just moving more, just doing something. Because the fitness industry, if you follow any fitness person on Instagram, or you follow anyone, it's the six-pack abs, it's the rock hard body, it's these things that generally in our stage and season of life, we have now given up because of our previous lifestyle is not going to get us back to that shape. Those are people who've been dedicated their entire lives to that. We're trying to just get healthier. And so as you walk and see all these, amazing fitness transformations and true transformations of people who are just like absolute fitness experts that are in the gym 18 trillion hours a day, what happens to those of us who are just beginning, we don't see that there are people that are just out there walking. That's it. A simple get up, walk out your front door is way better than doing the Navy SEAL cardio kickboxing boot camp training class that you can only do once a year because it kills you. So give up on the notion of you have to do this amazing workout and you got to go burn 15,000 calories. Get out and go for a walk. Eat properly. Completely change your life. That's what Cheryl did. So in a sense, I get mad at the fitness industry for not promoting that enough. And sure, there are companies that do that, but generally what we get so brainwashed into thinking that the only way to work out is to go buy this, monster gym package and hit every single spin class and all that stuff is great. But I tell you, when you start out at 263 pounds, there was no fitness machine that I wanted to see for more than 5 minutes. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't happening. So the only option I had was to go for a walk. Now, you've done amazing work. You're obviously a true testament to inspiration everywhere as people are changing their lives because of you. All started with you changing your life because of your mom calling you. That's how this process works. I changed my life because I watched other people change their life. You tune into the show and change your life because you saw me change my life. And so now, Cheryl, as you're changing your life, people are changing your life. You think about the people along your path who you have influenced. Many of you don't even know that you've influenced. There are some people that have watched you secretly and silently that are doing it on their own, and they will probably never admit to you that you were their inspiration. It happens very often in the family. It happens in the office. It happens in the community. People take notice when you completely change your life. So you just say, now this is how you live now, and you've completely done what you had to do to completely change your life. And again, like I said, you're inspiring so many people. It's awesome to get that congratulations that you look great. And I've heard the same story you did, that though I've heard just the opposite, right? I've heard people tell me, yeah, I could never do that because I just can't give up such and such a food. And of course we know that you don't have to do that. It certainly helps. It makes your job on this weight loss journey a little easier, but it's not a prerequisite. Your last paragraph, I've learned things about myself throughout this journey that I never could have imagined. Powerful. I am strong. I am in control. I'm a leader. I am the prize. Think about those words. How powerful is it when you say about yourself, I am strong, I am in control, I am the prize? Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Cheryl, keep this email as a testament to all that you've done. Keep this email as your mantra to say, I am never going back. I understand where I am. I would add to this on occasion as you find amazing things that you've done. Continue to inspire. Thank you so much for writing in and sharing your amazing story. Congratulations on your healthy weight range. You will get to goal, whatever goal it is that you want to get to. I assure you, with the mindset that I read in your email, the actions that you are taking will get you there. It's not the decision that's getting you there. It's the actions you're taking that follow up and back up the decision that you've made. Cheryl, thank you. This next email, folks, I gotta be brutally honest on this one. I tell you, when the emails come in, I try and scan them quickly. And if I recognize the name, sometimes I know I'm going to put it on the show. And so this particular email came in, and I knew who it was from. It was from Marcia. She's joining us live on Facebook. And so the mere mention of her name in my inbox brought a smile to my face. And so I didn't actually read the email. I just knew that I was going to use it no matter what it said. And tonight, about 20 minutes before the show, was the first time that I actually read the entire email. And I tell you, it almost made me not do a show tonight in a sense, because the email is so intense, so powerful, that I did not even have a clue what I was going to respond with. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't know what I want to say here. And so I had to regain some composure. So I want you to just listen for just a moment as I read Marcia's email, and then we'll discuss it and give a big, huge shout out. It says, hi, Mike. Hey, first and most importantly, thank you for all that you do in the service to this country, the Weight Watcher community, our Wise Wingman group as a mentor, and my guru. There just aren't enough words. Okay, enough about you. As of this writing, I have lost 54.8 pounds, and I have been admitted into Wonderland, and I'm not leaving. I joined Weight Watchers again for the last time on February 2nd, 2018, at my heaviest weight of 252 pounds. 6 months later, I was down 50 pounds. I'm taking the fast track like you did, but allow me to digress and give you a tiny look into my background. I've gone through 2 marriages and the demise of a 10-year relationship. Yeah, I'm good at that. I was an alcoholic for about 25 years. I've been sober since 2002. Then, on April 1st, 2004, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was no April Fool's joke. I started chemo on my 50th birthday, receiving 6 months of treatment, which ended with a mastectomy. On October 10th of this year, I'll celebrate being cancer-free for 14 years. In November 2014, I lost my job after moving across town to be closer to it. 4 months later, my best friend and sister, Carol, died suddenly of a heart attack. This devastated my other sisters and me. Both my parents are deceased. Over the next 2 years, I fell deeper and deeper into a depression to the point of planning my suicide in October of 2016. I have no before photos of me because I threw away a whole plastic bin of old pictures. There is no history of my past because I wasn't planning on being there for a future. Who cared? I knew I could kill myself on a Tuesday and no one would ever know until my body started decomposing and the police were called. I lived alone. I had no friends, no social life, and I was unemployed, on food stamps, Medicaid, and accepted any public assistance that was offered. Yes, my lowest point ever. Well, something told me to call the suicide prevention hotline, and I got right in to see someone. They wanted to hospitalize me, but I refused. Through a year of counseling, antidepressants, which I'm still on, and finding a part-time job, I'm alive again. But during that journey, I'd given up on my health too, which was deteriorating. At my sister's gravesite, my daughter, who lives in California, by the way, begged me to lose weight and get healthy. Well, after trying many times again and failing again, I completely gave up, eating anything and everything that I wanted and gaining more weight. Fast forward to February 2nd, when my BFF of 50 years talked me into joining Weight Watchers again, which brings us back around. I mentioned I'm on the fast track to losing my weight and getting to goal, but it's easy for me. I don't struggle nearly as much as anyone else. But here's why. I still live alone. I still have no friends, social life. One sister's in Toronto, one I'm barely civil with, and the other has her own family and her life. So I don't worry about going out to dinner. I have no one to go with. I don't fret over the holidays. Thanksgiving, I'm alone. Christmas, I'm alone. New Year's, alone. Easter, my birthday, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day. You get the drift. I'm alone. I have no feast to fret over. Sure, I'm doing great on my weight loss journey, but I doubt anyone would trade places with me. Don't get me wrong, I'm tempted, but my non-scale victories are too many to mention here, and they keep me going. I once heard Barbra Streisand being interviewed. The person asked how she holds such long notes, and her response was, I want to. I've never forgotten that. I'm asked how I pass on temptations, how I stay so focused, etc. I want to. I want to make goal, so I do. That's a lot of the reasons I love the Wingman, the Facebook group. I try to be active and supportive. This is my family. I truly love you all and what you've created here. Not love, just love, I truly care for everyone that I encourage each day. And I hope to touch some of them in some way, even through my sarcasm. I am the queen. I'm not sure what number I'll pick as my goal weight yet. 160, 150? I don't know. But I know that I'm there already. I'm just waiting for the scale to catch up and let me know. I'm so proud to be a wingman, a patron, and a card writer for Operation Fat Dag. This is my passion. I've never really had one. Thanks for listening. See you on Twitter. Marcia, Cleveland in the house. Marcia, thank you for this amazing email, and it's going to take me a second to get some composure here. And I truly want you to know I'm incredibly proud of you. And what I read through your entire story is that you're a warrior. You're a fighter. Every single challenge that's been thrown in your lane, you conquered. Not even like a little bit, like you absolutely killed it, crushed it. Amazing job. And the inspiration you provide in this one simple email will resonate, and it is changing lives already. I promise you that. You're just a complete, absolute rock star warrior getting it done. Congratulations on being cancer free. Congratulations on being sober for 25 years. you know that you're a fighter, right? You get that part of your life is that you're not a quitter. You're not going to give up. You simply are taking one project at a time and you're getting it done. That's the mark of a winner. And so you know how to prioritize. You know how to stay focused. You know how to dial in where you need to dial in. And you finally understood that dialing in your health, your fitness, in your weight loss journey is what you have to do. You've displayed so much courage by putting this out there, demonstrating how truly strong that you are. I am going to disagree with you on one particular point, though, here. And you said, sure, I'm doing great on my weight loss journey, which I do agree with. And you said, but I doubt anyone would trade places with me. I completely disagree. I think there are millions of people all over the planet that would trade everything they have to live a day in the life of a warrior. I would. Sure, you've gone through some things that I don't wish upon anybody, but you are a true warrior, and there are millions, I'm telling you, millions of people all across the planet would trade everything they have to just feel what you're feeling right now, and that is you are victorious in anything you put your mind to. That's power. That's absolutely awesome and awe-inspiring to know that there are people out there that can just finally say, you know what, I'm doing this. Barbara Streisand sums it up well, is that I want to, right? And so you finally said, I want to beat this. Everything that you've challenged, you just took it with that same attitude. I don't know if you realized it or not when you did it, but you conquered everything that was brought to you because you wanted to. This is no different. You have all the tools you need. You have all the resources you need. You're an amazing addition to our community. I do admit the first time we met online, your sarcasm did kind of catch me off guard. And so I'm very sarcastic as well. I think you and I would get along well in a banter back and forth. I think people don't. There are sometimes people don't get us. And so I can be very sarcastic in a conversation, and I can love you at the exact same time. It is just that is just how I operate. So the first time I saw it, I recognized it, but I also know that in my journey, people don't actually always understand where I'm coming from. So the first time I saw you, it did make me laugh. I'm like, well, let's see how this goes, because this could be interesting. Because I've had some experiences where trying to use sarcasm, and it certainly doesn't work. But you seem to be the queen for sure. You have it mastered. So you're it's fun to watch. I can honestly tell you that. And the paragraph that you wrote almost brings me to tears. It said that's a lot of the reasons I love the Wingman Facebook group and trying to be active and supportive. This is my family. I truly love and love you all and what you've created here. I truly care for everyone that I encourage each day, and I hope to touch some of them in some way, even through my sarcasm. And what I can promise you right now is that you absolutely have reached so many people. You have reached so many just by taking the strength and courage to putting this on paper and allowing me to share it with thousands and thousands of people who are going to hear this at this point, and they just know that that wherever they're struggling, that it can be conquered. That's what you've proven. You have proven to other people that there is nothing that we can get dealt that we cannot handle. You've handled all of life's major challenges successfully. And here you are, rocking yourself at goal, getting there, doing everything you need to do to stay healthy and be healthy and be the prize and show everyone else on this entire planet that this can be done. Before I close, I just want to say, to you and to your sister Carol, devastating as that is I'm sure she's incredibly proud of you as well. I'm positive of it, and for her and you to be sisters and of course best friends. I can't even imagine what that put you through. But what I can tell you is using that strength to power you through. The warrior spirit is alive and well in you. I'm sure a lot of that comes from that amazing relationship. So continue to honor yourself, continue to honor her, continue to be the prize, continue to be sarcastic on the Wise Men Wingman Facebook group. I promise the community will back you up from this point forward as we understand that it comes from the heart. I think that's the piece that we forget sometimes is we try so often to try and understand people, and when people write in via text or whatever, we're getting a snapshot in time in their life, and you have no ability to understand someone's previous journey. So you can't place judgment. It's why I kind of live my life very similar to how you've written it out, is that I just love everyone. I truly do. When I see people having amazing success, I don't care who it is. If you're having amazing success, then I'm just very proud of you. And I'm not going to judge you based on your past. I'm not going to make assumptions on things that it's impossible for me to understand what's gone on in the last 50, 60 years of your life. I take you for what at face value. What you bring at this exact moment is where I take you, what I take you for. And so you come in with heart and passion and encouragement. I want to give that back to you because that's what's going to completely change the world. You were really just absolutely amazing. This is Melody just chimes in on Facebook and says, this is precisely why we share our stories. It's exactly why we share our stories. I promise you, there are people listening right now. I say this all the time. There are people listening right now who are about to give up. This may have been the last podcast they planned on listening to, and it may have been one of those, if they didn't hear something inspirational, they were done. You've given them the strength. You've given them the hope. You've given them the promise. You've given them the roadmap. And you've said, follow me. I'll take you wherever you want to go. When you get there, we'll celebrate. Marcia, truly, truly an honor to know you. Thanks for all that you do. Love right back at you. You know that. Let's continue to rock this community and get it done. The community is a much better place because you're in it and every single other person who participates is in there. So let's go. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com. Click on the Wise Advice podcast link. Send in your emails to onair@fatdag.com. Send in your questions, your comments. I'll work them in as part of the show. The true collective nature of this show truly is, it's just an opportunity for us to hear things that we may not know how to deal with. And nowhere in this show am I giving you the tools on how to deal with them. I'm giving you the vision that you can deal with them. Certainly, you're going to have to figure it out, just like Marcia did, and just like all of us have. But I'm giving you that hope and inspiration that you can do this. I believe in you. If this doesn't prove that I believe in you, I don't know how to convince you of that. I believe in you because I've seen it done so many times. I believe in you because I've seen some amazing people endure some amazing challenges and continue to win. That's why I believe in you. I believe in you because people are doing it every single day. They've made the decision and then they've taken actions that support the decision. That's what it's all about. You've made the decision. By you being here, you've made the decision. I want you now, take the action and get it done because you want to. Well, that's going to do it for this time. Remember, losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goals and go after it. I wish you good focus. Yeah, 214 in the books. Powerful stuff. Completely powerful stuff. Yeah, Denise told you it was. It takes a lot to keep me speechless. I just don't even know that I can even top anything that we just heard and went through. And the coolest thing is that you got firsthand got to witness a warrior. Man, I mean, they don't come around that often. We're all amazing, right? I mean, truly, we all are. But there are some of us that are just warriors. So, Marcia, cool. Thanks for that. Yeah, 214's in the books. Thank you for writing in. Yeah, Marilyn says, I just tuned in. What did I miss? Marilyn, you have to go back and listen to this episode. I promise you, you will not regret it one bit. So let's see. Debbie says, now I have to go play in my church exercise group 212, 13, and 14. Now someone is struggling with severe depression. Yep. I tell you, that book, it's my favorite book. My favorite book is The Noticer by Andy Andrews. So, go pick it up and read it. So Sharks Girl asking if Marcia's Connect name will be in the show notes. I kind of quit doing that, but she's in the Wise Wingman Facebook group. If you say hi, she'll probably comment back to you and say, get out or something like that. You're not welcome here. That's how you'll know it's her. She says it with love. That's the best I can tell you, right, Marcia? Marcia, what's your Connect name? I'll share it verbally. I know what it is. I just can't give me the exacts. So there we go. Pam says, I am not sad. I am refocused because I want to. And then Donna D says, I've read the book 5 times. Yep, same here. Daisy says, love the book, The Noticer. Yep. Let's see. Anna says, I missed the middle. I'll have to listen again. Very cool. I like Katie says, the fact that we all cheated, I want to, was powerful stuff. Yep. I agree. So cool. Robert Bergala. Great episode tonight. Thanks for taking the time to put together all these posts to share the motivation. So, I mean, I said it during the show, and I truly believe that. I mean, again, there are so many facets to this life. There are so many amazing things that other people have done that my life pales in comparison to some of the amazing things people have done. So it would get very boring for me to retell my story over and over and over again. That's boring. And so 2 things happen. When you write in your email, it's very therapeutic for you, but then more importantly, someone else hears it and gets the strength from your courage of sharing. So, Elaine, thank you for that. Very, very fun. So still waiting on Marcia to type in her Connect username. Bev says, I got kicked from Facebook just as Marcia's email was started. We'll have to listen to it tomorrow. Yep, you definitely will. Helen on Instagram, YouTube says, awesome, ladies, we'll listen again this evening. Yeah, I will get this show out. It'll be in the app tonight. It'll be on Facebook in the morning. It'll be, you can always rewatch the live video on Facebook and YouTube. That's there. Lori says she wants to. That's powerful. Wanting to. And doing it, it's incredibly powerful. So cool. All right, on that note, I don't have much more. I mean, I can't top what she wrote. I think I'm gonna need some time to decompress, and then we'll work on joining you in Philadelphia tomorrow. See you Saturday morning, all of you who are going to be in Philadelphia for the international tour. It's going to be awesome. We'll run a 5K Saturday morning, so I'll see you in Philly. Then after that, Indianapolis. If you haven't signed up for Indianapolis, go to fatdag.com, register for the Indianapolis race. See you there. And then DC, and then way out west to San Francisco. So cool. It's really fun right now looking over on Facebook. people are just commenting, I want to, I want to, I want to, I want to. Yeah, it's so cool. I need to look up that Barbara Streisand quote. It's pretty powerful. So very, very cool. All right. So on that note, let's shut Instagram off. Thank you. No, you do not have to run. So this here. Sorry. Let me clarify that. No. So the international tour, what it is, I'm visiting 8 cities. I wanted to just come out and see wherever. Generally speaking, it was stuff that I had pre-planned. It didn't work out that way exactly, but most of it was pre-planned stuff. So what I'm going, and so I just said I'm going to be there. If you register on my site on fatdag.com, all you're doing is telling me you want to be there as well. And when you say that, when I finalize the plans of what it is there means, I will shoot an email to only those who've registered at that point so that you can be there as well. In most cases, be there means I'm going to participate in a race. If you want to, at that point, participate in that race, you have to sign up for that race separately and independently. I have nothing to do with that. It's just a race that I'm going to visit. If you simply want to show up, hang out, socialize, you don't have to do anything else except for show up. So if you want to walk it, you have to sign up with the race to walk it. If you want to run it, you got to sign up with the race to run it. If you simply want to just show up, you certainly can do that completely free of charge. Cheer us on as those of us who want to run and walk, get it done. So that is the plan for that. So fatdag.com, click on the international tour link. It gets there, and you can do that. Marcia just joined in on Facebook, on Instagram. Marcia, what is your Connect username? We meant to ask you that earlier. I asked you on Facebook, but it looks like you got kicked out over on Facebook. So Marcia's on Instagram. She will comment with her Connect username for those of you who are interested in finding her on Connect. Anyway, so cool. So yeah, so Shark Tour, you will get an email when the race comes closer. You will get an email as to what the plans are. San Francisco, it looks like it's going to be the San Francisco Park Run, which is in Chrissy Park. So that is going to be the deal there. Indianapolis is the Indy Ultimate, and then DC, I'm not sure yet. We'll get that one figured out later. So, all right. On that note, let's get you out of here. YouTube, thank you. Have a great night. Keep up the amazing work. Continue to be awesome, rocking it, getting it done. Truly, it has nothing to do with luck, right? It's all focus. So I wish you good focus. Good night, YouTube.